equal to alpha cube beta square by root of gamma n. Log rho is equal to log of alpha cube beta square by root gamma. So here log rho is equal to 3 log alpha plus 2 log beta minus half log gamma. So percentage error in rho 3 times 2 delta beta by beta. Error always we calculate maximum error plus delta eta by eta into 100. So percentage error means into 100. So percentage error in alpha in beta is 3, gamma 4 first. So here 6 plus 4, so 13%. A projectile is projected at an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. (10 meters per second). After some time, direction of velocity is 30 degrees with the horizontal speed of the particle. Speed is, let us say, v. Horizontal velocity remains constant. It is 10 cos 60 is equal to 3 cos 30. 5 equal to v times. So v here is 10 by root 3 meter per second. So here no external force implies force external is equal to 0, implies dp by dt 0. That is, momentum is conserved. No external torque. dl by dt 0, which implies angular momentum is constant. L here stands for angular moment. Total energy is conserved in all physical processes. So, and in elastic collision, kinetic energy is conserved. In inelastic, pure, completely inelastic or semi-inelastic, loss of kinetic energy. A body is dropped from a height h. It impinges repeatedly, it stops after 8 seconds. So it's dropped means initial velocity 0 just before hitting v velocity, and then it rises with v velocity. Time taken again when it hits the floor is first time taken is t from A to B, and from here B to C, EV by G to EV by G. After hitting, it rises with E square V velocity. The time is nothing but V by G plus 2EV by G plus 1 plus 2E plus 2E square, so on. 1 plus 2E by V by G into 1 plus E by 1 minus. This time is 8 seconds. So here it is V square is 2GH, 80 square, 2E into 10 into H. Into 10 into 80, 1600 is 40. So 1 plus C by 1 minus C is 8. So 1 plus C by 1 minus C. So from this we can say 3 is 1 is 1/3. The total distance, say just before first hit, it traveled H. Next, it rises to a height H1, 2H1, 2H2 like this. H1 is H here is U square by 2G, but it rises with E velocity 2 times E power 4 V square by G. So which is V square by G common to E power 4, so V square by G 1 plus 2E square. It is in geometric progression. So V square by G into 1 minus V square. V square is 40 square by 10, 1 by 3 by 1 minus 1. 40 into 4 by 2. So it is E square, right? 1 by 9. So we will get here 10 by 2. So 9, 9 plus 1. So it is 9 plus 1. So 10 by 8, 50 meters. Option is not there. So let us can change it to 15 meters. E is how much? 40. So one more zero will come. E square by G 400 into 10 by 8. So it is 500 meters. Like the depletion layer in the PN junction. So here it is a semiconductor. Once it is doped, so you will get a N-type semiconductor as well, P-type semiconductor. So here N-type means majority charge carriers are electrons. The P-type semiconductor means so majority charge carriers are holes. So that doesn't mean that only holes will be there. Uh, there are some electrons. So those are minority charge carriers or electrons. Here minority charge carriers are holes. So now, so due to difference in concentration, due to difference in concentration of electrons and holes in the P and N type semiconductor, charge carriers move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So in this process, so diffusion takes place across the junction, that is in depletion region. Here, a particle of mass 2m is projected at an angle 45 degrees with a horizontal with a velocity 22 meters. After 1 second, horizontal velocity is u is equal to 20 root 2 cos 45. Horizontal velocity throughout the path will be constant. After 1 second, when it is at P, it has vertical velocity, that is 2 sine theta minus gt. Sine 45 g is 10, so 10 meter per second. Horizontally 10 meter. Now after 1 second, explosion takes place. Explosion takes place not by application of external force. So no external force is applied. Explosion takes place means so center of mass of these two particles after collision, they move in a parabolic path. So no external force means momentum is conserved. Since it is two-dimensional, along x-axis it is conserved as well as on y-axis also it's conserved. Since in the question maximum height after collision, one of the particle comes to rest, so then it falls down. Another particle continue to move with the velocity. With what velocity means momentum along the y-axis. So just before collision in y direction, its velocity. After collision, m into 0, m into with what velocity means after collision. So the particle which is moving with 10 meter, it moves in y direction with 20 and it rises to a height 400 by 2 into 10, 20 meters. So in 1 second, it rises to a height u square by 2g. That is vertical velocity initially 20 root. So vertical displacement, I will write as u sine theta into t minus half gt square, 20 root 2 sine 45, 10 into 1, 15 meters. So total height, it rises is 20 plus 15, 35 meters. So a block of mass 2 kg is allowed to slide from the top of a inclined plane having 53, coefficient of friction is 1 by 3. So then mg sine theta is net force will be mg sine theta. Frictional force will be this normal reaction. That force of friction is mu s into n. N is mg cos theta, which is ma. It moves with an acceleration. G here is 10. Theta is sine 53. 4 by 5. Mu is 1/3. Cos 53 is 3 by 5. So turn into 4 minus 1 by 5. 6 meter per second. He given length of inclined plane is 1 meter. That 1 meter it covers with an acceleration here u0. Acceleration is 6. So we don't require time, right? We want only kinetic energy. We require velocity. V is equal to acceleration is 6. Time also at a time. We can go with the v square equal to u square plus 2as. Acceleration is 6 and s is 1 meter. The kinetic energy it attains is half mv square. Mass is 2 kg and 144. V square is 12, so which is 12 joules. A satellite is launched into a circular orbit of radius. Second satellite into a radius, so t square is proportional to r cube. 2 log t is equal to k into 3 log r, differentiating because difference in radii is k into 3 delta r, is you get log k plus 0 plus 3 delta r by r into 0.01 r by r into it is 3. So delta t by t into 100 is 1.5%. Here, the ratio of radii of two soap bubbles is given R1 is to R2 is 1 is to 2. So here soap bubble excess pressure inside is 40 by R. So, so once it is 40 by R1 is to 40 by R2, which is R2 is to R1. The ratio of excess pressure in them 1 is to 4. So it is 4 is to 1. In capillary tube, once it is placed, capillary tube is placed in water because due to difference in pressures, water rises to a height that is 2T by capital R. Here excess pressure will be there. Here P naught. Here it is P naught minus 2T by R. So to have a pressure, same pressure along this line, at this point P naught minus 2T by R, it has to gain 2T by R. That will be gained by raising its level. That is 2T by R is equal to HDG. So here this water minuscles, the radius will be capital R. Here it is R will be radius of a capillary tube. He given capillary tube radius, so R is equal to R cos theta. This is contact angle, which will be 2T cos theta by R dg. Since it is a pure water glass, contact angle is theta. In both cases, in with 3 meters, 3 mm as well as 2T, 2 mm. So the rises will be H1 by H2 will be density same, G same, tension same, cos theta same. It only depends upon radii R2 by R1, that is 2 by 3. So H1 is to H2 will be 2 is to 3. Here, in case of EM wave, amplitude of electric field is C times amplitude of magnetic field. So E here is what he is asking is amplitude of magnetic field. 60 by c stands for velocity of light. We get 2 into 10 power minus 7 Tesla. Here is circular disk of mass m and radius r. A circular disk of mass m and radius r is rotating with a angular velocity omega about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to plane of the disk. A small point like part mass disk mass is m. It detached from the rim and continues to move with the same angular speed. So the angular velocity of the remaining disk. So it detaches from the rim. So not by an external process. So in the internal process, in the process of rotation, it detached. That means no external torque. No external torque means torque is zero. Rate of change of angular momentum. Angular momentum is constant. For a rigid body, angular momentum is I omega constant. So before detaching, it is a disk whose moment of inertia. And after detaching, one part is m minus m, which is a disk. Small mass is removed, its shape will not almost same. So we don't know what is its angular speed. So, and he told that detached mass continues to move with the same angular speed. So then he is asking new angular velocity. Mr square omega is m minus m r square omega dash plus 2 mr omega square. Omega, what get cancelled out? R get cancelled out. Here it is so angular momentum is mr square omega. MVR mr square. So r square get cancelled everywhere. Capital M omega minus 2m omega m minus m into omega dash m minus 2m by m minus m of omega. Here a cot is tied to the end of an unstretched string of length A. When revolves, moves in a horizontal circle of radius. So once it starts rotating, centrifugal force acts. So in that process, it moves in a circle of radius 2a. What does it mean? that string stretches by a meters. So here centrifugal force is m2a into omega square, which is same as restoring force. Restoring by Hooke's law, restoring force is F into delta x, change in length, that is 2a minus a. M into 2 into omega square is F. Right. So that is, F is K delta x, restoring force, K into extension. K is that constant. Next, now cot is speeded up until it moves in a horizontal circle of radius 3a. That means m into 3a omega square equal to k into 3a minus a. So dividing here omega 1, omega 2. So this is ka, here k into 2a. So it's 1 second. 1 by 2 gives you 2 omega 1 square by 3 omega 2 square is ka by 2 ka, which is 4 omega 1 square is omega 2. Omega is 2 pi square by t square, 2 pi whole square by t1 square. T1 square by t square is 3 by 4 t square. T1 by t is so from here T1 is root 3 t by 2. Here spring force has an extension. The work done is increase in potential energy. Half K energy stored in a spring is this. 5 to 15 means change in potential energy, which is equal to half K 225 minus 25. Spring constant 800 Newton per meter. It is in centimeter square. Let us write in meters. So 2 zeros get cancelled, which is 8 joules. So a wire of length is bent in the form of a circle with a gap 1 centimeter. Across its ends at 30 degrees centigrade, heating it up to 110 degrees centigrade. So the length of gap increases to 1.02 centimeter. The coefficient of linear expansion of the wire. Change in length is 0.02 centimeter. Initial length. So coefficient of linear expansion L alpha delta T. So here it is 0.02 into 10 power minus 2. So better to take because both are in centimeters, no need of conversion. Alpha delta T is 110 minus 30, 80. change in temperature 0.02 by 80. So it is 2 into 10 power minus 2 by 80. 100 by 40 into 10 power minus 4. So 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 degree per centigrade. So the energy of atom is minus 13.6 Z square by square. Ground state means n is equal to 1. Minus 13.6 by 1 here is, so it's roughly 4 times. Z square is 4. So it is obviously helium. The PV diagram of 2 gram of helium for a certain process AB, what is the heat given? Heat given is delta U plus delta W. In PV graph, so work done is area, which area means ABCD area, which is in the form of trapezium. Formula is H by 2 into A plus B. A means parallel sides. Along y-axis pressure is there, P naught. B means this is 2P naught. H means distance between them. So here it is V naught by 2 into 3P naught. 3P naught V naught by 2. So we got work done. What else we have to find out is increase in its internal energy, which is NCV delta T. So N is the number of moles, which is 2 grams of helium. CV here is R by gamma minus 1. So gamma here is, it is a monatomic. Gamma value is for monoatomic degrees of freedom 3. 5 by 3 minus 1. You get R by 2 by 3. 3R by 2. So delta U here is half into CV3R by 2 into delta T. So it is 3 by 4. So PV here is nRT. So delta PV will be nR delta T. So in place of delta T, delta P by nR. R get cancelled. Change in n here, n value is 1 by 2. Delta of PV means P2V2 minus P1V. 3 by 2. P2 will be 2P naught into 2V naught minus P naught V naught. 9 P naught V naught by 2. So now heat supplied is 9 P naught V naught by 2 plus 3 P naught V naught by 2. 12 P naught V naught by 2, which is 6 P naught. Air is in a cylinder is suddenly compressed. Volume after compression is half of the original volume. Sudden compressions or expansions comes under adiabatic process. So the reason is correct. And since it is adiabatic process, PV power gamma is constant. So T1, V1 power gamma, T2, V2 power gamma. V2 here, the volume after compression is half of it, 2 power gamma. So V1 power gamma get cancelled. P2 will be 2 power gamma of P1. So here it depends upon gamma. So finally, A is false. We cannot say double. It depends upon the nature of the gas, monatomic or diatomic. So it's R is true. Fourth option. Two spherical black bodies of radii R1 and R2 with surface temperatures. So the rate of radiation by Stefan Boltzmann law, sigma AT power 4. Since black body P is 1, sigma is constant, and the rate is finally proportional to surface area and fourth power of 2. Radiate same power, he said. So P1 by P2 is A1 T1 power 4, A2 T2 power 4. Since he said radiate at the same power, so then here we can write A2 T2 power 4 will be A1 T1 power 4. Surface area, spherical surface area T2 power 4, 4 pi R1 square T1 power 4. So taking square root, we get T1 square. So R1 by R2 will be T2 square by T1 square. 41 tuning forks are arranged in such a way that every fork gives 5 beats with the next. Last fork frequency is double that of the first. The frequency of the first fork is. Here it is N1. So second one will be N1 plus 5. He told 5 beats. Like this. Next one, 5 beats with the next. Like this. 41 tuning forks. N1 plus 40 into 5. If here it is with one, this is with one tuning fork. Second tuning fork. If there are 3 tuning forks, here it is one tuning fork 1, tuning fork 2. So bit frequency between them is 5 beats. It is 40 first one, So he told N1 plus 200 is 2 times N1, which implies N1 is 200 dash. So the frequency of first tuning fork is